going to do this without making a mess. Ow. Movie review. Relax. It's not Christmas yet. It's September 20 something. I'm just cold. And my nose is still stuffed. And cold, not Christmas. Movie review. Let's get into it. So, today's Thursday. Today's Thursday. Last night was Wednesday. And I went to the movies with my college friend. And we watched the movie together. And can you guess which movie it was? I will read it as I see it. Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings. It's a Marvel movie, and it's actually the first one I watched in a really long time after the pandemic. And the theater that we booked tickets in was with IMAX 3D with the glasses. And I would like to say something before I begin telling you about the movie. I will tell as much as details I can remember, and I will try to express my my feelings that I experienced through the movie and the impression that the movie left with me. So this is only my personal opinion and the way I perceive the movie in general. So this is not something to do with I don't know, general public. It's just my opinion about the movie and how I felt it. So don't feel obliged to take it as a very highly critique or something like that. I'm just an average viewer. And so you would know my background a little bit, where I'm coming from with this movie. I have watched multiple Marvel and DC movies. I don't know anything about the chronological stuff, but I probably know a little bit more than, I don't know, average person in general. I know the characters, and I don't know which universities and the comics and the chronology or the background of each character or where it comes from or which is the new generational one, which is the old generational one. I'm not a nerd. I do not know the details, but I know surface level stuff. I know a little bit more than someone that never heard about Marvel and DC. Okay, let's put it that way. In general, I enjoyed the movies, and I really cannot take a preference which ones I like more, DC or Marvel. It depends on the movie. Of course, I'm a Wonder Woman stan. Of course, I like the first one much more. Of course, I had a lot of things to say about the second one, but let's go with that one now. Okay, spoilers. A lot of spoilers in my review, and I know it's late and I know that the light is not perfect, but I just wanted to film it until I can remember some stuff about the movie. I have low energy because my nose is still stuffed and I think I have a cold. Low energy night, low light, get the vibe, it is what it is. I just wanted to freshly express my thoughts about the movie and how impressed I am with the movie in general. First of all, disclaimers before life spoilers. You know, I'm gonna talk about the movie in details. Second of all, disclaimer, I haven't read a single review. I haven't watched the trailer before watching the movie. Watching the trailer after watching the movie is almost irrelevant, but anyways, I don't like watching trailers, and when I watch them, I watch like, I don't know, half a minute maybe, maximum a minute, because they give away too much information and I like to see for myself what I should expect in a movie. Also, yeah, no reviews, no trailer, no articles, no news, no press conference, no talk shows. I didn't read anything about the characters. I'm sorry, I don't know even which character is the main one. I'll put his name here. I also didn't know that Awkwafina was in it. It's a female actress, that's why I know, because I watched a few movies with her beforehand. I don't know anything about the movie, absolutely anything. I didn't know it was even in the making. I didn't know that it's supposed to be out, and I found out about it like a few weeks ago. I heard somewhere the buzzword and that was it. But I knew that it's Marvel, Chinese culture, Asian representation, Shang-Chi. That was all. So I was really excited about it, and when my friend reminded me about it, I was like, yeah, let's go let's go see it, I cannot wait to see it. I haven't watched anything and I'm fresh and empty canvas for impressions, you know, to get some impressions from that movie and to refresh my mind about certain things. Probably this audio will be the lowest audio ever because I cannot hear myself and you probably cannot hear me because I'm not speaking that loud, or maybe it's too quiet around me, so that's the reason. So if you're like me, you didn't watch anything, if you watch the trailer now, you see a glimpse of the story about the legend and 10 rings that represent huge power, that in the beginning of the movie they are presented like they're found by a very powerful man. In general, he was powerful before finding them, but when he found them, he got like immortality, special powers with the rings themselves, and he had the rumors about him that the rings that he found in like in the crater, in the hole of a volcano, or in a tomb, like where people put dead people. Family burden, you know, and expectations, modern ones as well, but these were like represented like few years in the beginning of the story, when the father expected from the son to take on his steps and become very powerful warrior, fighter, assassin, and you can see in the trailer a glimpse of the life of the modern millennial, struggling with life, don't knowing what to do, talented, low confidence, not knowing what he's going to do, and running away from his past. Of course, you see a supportive aunt in the trailer and in the movie. You know, your main family and parents are pressuring you or having too high expectations or some kind of desires from you, and there's one supportive family member that is like, you do boo, I'm here for you. That's the aunt. The ambitious father that is turning his son into assassin, and the part where he's ignoring his daughter to the point that of course she runs away as well, making some outlines about the trailer. Ignoring his daughter because of course she's a female, she cannot train as the son, she looks a lot like the mother, which died. I don't know if she's ignored only because she's so similar to her, or just because I think he didn't teach her anything because she's a female. I'm not sure about that. Of course, after some introduction of who the main characters are and how they're dealing with life and how they're coping in the modern world, the father finds his children. There's a great combat on the bus in the city where I really appreciate the choreography of the fight. It was amazing. There was not a single point in the whole fight on the bus that was like boring or way too much. I don't know how they did that, but everything was calculated so well that I was like, what? All the time like this. And I really like the move when he introduced the jacket into the fight. It really reminded me, at least for me, reminded me about Jackie Chan and his creativity during movements in the fights. And the POV from the side of the bus, when you actually can see how they're fighting into the bus from, I don't know if you're a pedestrian and they're passing by you. That was really interesting. The really brilliant thing about the movie is how they mix past and present, and the blending is really nice. And the actors that were supposed to act as young Shaun in the movie, props to that kid, really talented. And the baby, oh my god, how can you choose such a cute baby? I'll put a picture if I find it on the internet. The lead actor, the father, oh my god, sir, you're such an amazing actor. I cannot express how impressed I was by your acting. Oh my god, when I saw that scene where the father and the mother were fighting / dancing in the forest, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is so magical, this is so symbiotic, this is so good. Like I knew immediately, okay, he's going to that village to search for something, but also, yeah, what he was looking for in that village. Anyways, yeah, what I wanted to say, that the moment was magical. You have to watch the movie. You know what? You go watch the movie and we can talk after it, and you can tell me what you think about it too. But I will tell you a little bit about it. Awkwafina, she's a relatable queen in that movie, and the jokes that she's dropping are really interesting. The faces and the expression that she makes, top notch. There are a lot of jokes as well, and I really needed that relief of comedy into the movie, because it made the whole experience much more interesting and much more enjoyable. The jokes are very light, nothing too complicated, which is amazing. Oh my god. So, for the ticket I paid for IMAX 3D on a Wednesday night, I want to say thank you to every single one of the videographers and designers and movie makers that created the amazing graphics about every single fictional magical creature in that movie, because it felt amazingly real and surreal in the same time. The dragon and his feet on the water, the representation of those animals, like the combination between dragon and lion, so cute, so fluffy, so adorable. I just wanted to go into the screen and just pet them all. They were so amazing. And yeah, the dragon was in the steam from his nose holes, amazing. You know, when you use magic and special effects and ropes and stuff like that, you can almost miss or hit or miss. You can always miss when you use so much of this kind of effects that it's like, oh come on, this cannot be real, blah blah blah. But in this movie, I think everything was with measure dropped, and everything fitted perfectly, and nothing was too much, nothing was over the top. Everything was like working together amazingly well. I don't know how to explain it. Everything functioned for me perfectly and everything made sense. I have nothing bad to say. I didn't even realize if there was somewhere mistake. It was maybe because I didn't inform myself so deeply about the whole movie. Maybe there is somewhere some Easter eggs or some missing points or something that I didn't catch. But the shirtless scene, hey, this is the one thing I wanted to say. I just said to my friend while we were watching the movie, I really love it that there is no sexualizing of any kind in that movie. And the guy went into the ring, Shaun, and they made him remove his shirt. I think for this kind of movie where everything was so much, so rich, so delicious, as you can say, and everything was enough. So one thing that was unnecessary for me is removing his shirt. Again, I didn't need that in the movie, but it was okay, sure, why not? If you do it, you do it, it's your thing. But I guess he worked out a lot for the movie and he had to show the gains, which was respectable and it's fine with me. But I just wanted to say to the directors and everybody making the movie that for the movie itself, it was not even going to be missed, because it was absolutely fine without it too. I really love the representation of the sister and how she managed herself through the movie. Badass, speaking back to the brother, but again supporting him and being selfless, and really nice character. Maybe I wished more about her point of view, but of course it was 2 hours and 12 minutes and it was not possible to cover every single character in the movie. More is the best one. For me, every movement, I don't know if they used Tai Chi, Qigong or martial. I think Shaolin martial arts were used in the choreography of the movie, but whatever they used as movements were really impressive, and everything was perfect. Everything was very well executed, and I really enjoyed watching the movie from the start to the end, even to the end credits. I didn't realize when the time passed. There was not one point during the movie when I was like, oh my god, when this is going to be over, how long is it, or even to check my time, my phone or my watch. It was like, it was amazing and it was fun. It was a really well balanced dynamic, and I really appreciate that there was no romantic point into the movie as well, where they were kissing or love interest. It was just story, heroes, action, friendship, support, story. That's it. No lovey-dovey stuff, no princesses saving, no drama, no kisses. The story. So the story is about a family created by two very powerful people. The father apparently was maybe Genghis Khan, maybe another influential person in the history, possessing those 10 rings. He got a lot of names during his whole life. He mentioned on that one dinner with the whole family. and their mother was a representative of a very mystical village with magic and specific kind of powers. They were possessing powers of that martial art that was represented in the movie, and of course some kind of dragon skin left from the dragon so they can protect their village. And yeah, they fall in love. She left the village, and of course her people didn't support that decision because they didn't believe that he's the right person for her. Regardless, they moved out together. They had 2 children, so they have a family. And until the middle of the movie, you don't know how the mother dies, but somewhere in the middle, we find out that the mother was killed by a gang that came to revenge to their father because he, a long time ago, did something bad to their village and he never paid for it. And they found vulnerable spot as the family, and the mother sent the kids inside, and of course, she tried to protect her family from the gang members, but of course she didn't possess her powers that she had in the forest with the village and everything, because when she left she gave away those powers apparently. And this whole thing, how the mother dies, happens in front of the eyes of the Shaun, main character, and of course he feels trapped on his spot and he doesn't do anything. As a kid, what you can do against so many people. After that, during the movie we find out that the father comes back home. Of course, he puts the rings back on his wrists, and yeah, he starts to neglect his children and preparing his son for becoming an assassin so he can revenge to that person that killed the mother, find him and kill him. This doesn't happen simultaneously in the movie or in a flow. Kinda it does, but you know, we get bit by bit. It's like this, you know, timelines are going like this, so we get different bits of information during the movie. So I'm telling you how I remember it. I'm telling you the story how I remember it. And so the thing is that after he finishes his 16 years or something like that, becomes a teenager, he is sent on a mission to kill that person that killed their mother and the father's partner, the mom. I will call her the mom. To kill the killer of his mom. And he goes on a mission for 3 days, and he says to his sister that he will come back, but he never does, because he goes, kills the person, and stays in America, changing his name. And actually they're based in living in Macau. I think. I have to check. So his past is following him back to New York. The gang members of his father's gang organization is trying to find him and take the amulets that his mom gave to him and his sister. They find him, they have a fight in the bus. His best friend Awkwafina finds out about his past and who he is and what's going on. Of course, he doesn't tell her the truth initially, the whole truth, just bits by bits. So he goes to find his sister and to find out what's going on and who is after them. Then the gang members of his father's cartel, I would say, come for his sister as well, to take her amulet as well, and they capture them. There is a lot of fight scenes in that place as well, and they catch them, they bring them back home, and he tells them his motive, why he's searching for them and why he's wanting them to get back home. The father is suffering and hearing voices and trying to save his past wife. Her voice telling that she needs to be saved, but actually it's a demon captured, soul eater, very nasty creature, captured in a cave, which is like the opposite side of the village, which is very magical dimension, I would say, because they go through some magical forest that has like a specific puzzle how you can cross through it and go to the village. And there was a huge advertisement of BMW in it. So they were going with the BMW in the magic forest, and they get to the village through this magical pocket that there's like 5 feet, I don't know how much it is in meters, 5 feet behind the car and maybe in front, and that was the whole space they had, so they can go to the village through that tunnel, guided by Morris, the creature with the wings and looks like a pig. So the creature led them to the village, and in that village, across the river, or the pond, a huge pond, I'm not sure. There's like a cave where that soul eater creature demon is sealed with a lot of dragon skin. How you call them? Luska. Shields made of dragon skin, but in the shape of a individual thing. And yeah, the father wants to go to that village and save his wife because he thinks her people captured her soul and closed her there, and they don't let her out, something like that. So a lot of misconception here, misunderstanding, who wants what, and the son hates the father hates the son blames the father blames the son. Why you didn't save your mom after I trained you all these years? The son is blaming the father, why the mother was supposed to be killed in the first place because of you in your past. And yeah, they have a huge battle with that soul eater, with the dragon and every single person that was against them, but then it turned out that they have one common evil to fight against, which is that soul eater. Awkwafina even has like a really nice moment with the bow and arrow, and yeah, they defeat the creature happily ever after, but the father dies as well and meets his loved one in heaven, I guess. And it was amazing. It was a really nice movie and really magical, really interesting, and I probably will watch it again soon, so I just can do my research, see what I have been missing through the whole movie, what I have missed and what I should pay attention to, and get to know more about the whole story from before, and yeah, search for something that it's supposed to be done better so I can make a critical review. For now it's just a praise and a little bit of criticism, but in general I loved it. I liked it a lot. It's an amazing movie. Go watch it. Shang-Chi, I think it's still in the cinemas, and The Legend of the Ten Rings. Go watch it and enjoy. That's my thing for now. I'm sorry for my low energy. I'm just not feeling very great. I hope it's just a cold and I will get better soon. Bye. Have a nice time and enjoy your weekend. For me, it's going to be a weekend after tomorrow. If you like this review and want to see more reviews about movies, TV series, books, don't forget to leave your like and appreciation. Comment below which scene of the movie you like the most, or which movie of Marvel or DC you prefer. Your favorite movies, leave a like, subscribe. If you don't follow anything on social media or you don't follow me on Instagram, don't hesitate to hit that bell notification, and you can get notified immediately when I post a video, so you will be like, oh, here it is, I'm done, I'm going to watch something and eat. Yeah, that's it.